Hey, what's good, everyone? In today's session, there's so much action. I mean, we get it all in or get put all in all night. Hi, wish me luck.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want.
Today, I go play the 1 to No Limit game at the final table. I buy in for the max $400. I get my chips and head to the table. Starting off the session, we jump right into a double board bomb pot. The flop on the top board is King 10 Jack with 2 spades, and I flop the nut straight. The bottom board is Ace 7 5 with 2 spades, and I flop top set. Okay. Can't ask much more than that. I mean, I can, but that's asking for much. Seat 1 goes all in for $84. I guess I can ask for much. When action's on me, I just make the flat call, trying to get some more players to call and build up a pot. Come on, come chase your flush draw. Water's warm, because I peed in it. Only one player calls, and we go 3 ways to a turn with one player all in. The turn on the top board is a 3 of hearts, which doesn't change anything, and the bottom board is a 3 of clubs. Now I'm losing to 6-4 and deuce 4 for a straight. First action's on me, and I lead out for $175, trying to charge any flush draws or any sets, and my opponent quickly calls. The river on the top board is probably one of the worst cards you can ask for. The 3 diamonds. Now pairing the board, and I no longer have the nuts on the top board, and losing to any full houses. The bottom board is the jack of hearts. My opponent only has $70 left, and I want all of it. So I put him all in, and he snap calls. I show my cards, and both my opponent mucks their cards. Yas! Starting off the session with the big pot. Let's go. This next hand, there's a $5 straddle on the button. 3 players limp in, and I look down at pocket 7s in the cutoff position and raise it to $25. 2 players call, and we go 3 ways to a flop. The flop is 3-6-9 all hearts. Action checks to me, and I think I have the best hand here. And I do have the 7 of hearts for some protection. I bet $30, and only one player calls. Heads up to a turn, which is the 8 of hearts, now giving me an up and down straight flush draw, along with my 7 high flush. Action again checks to me, and I do a semi bluff here and bet $40. With this bet, I should get most hands to fold that doesn't have a heart, but he snap calls. I now don't think my 7 high flush is good. I'm putting him on like 10 jack queen of hearts. Can I ever get one of those hands to fold with a big river bet? The river is the 4 of clubs. He checks it over to me, and I snap check back. He shows 10 jack with a 10 of hearts. Damn, I put him on that kind of hand too after the turn call by him, but I didn't have the cojones to make a big river bet to try to get him to fold. What would you guys have done here on the river? Would you have checked it back like me? Or would you have made a big bet and try to get him off this kind of hand? Comment down below and let me know. Just a few hands later, I straddle $5 under the gun, and the cutoff raises it to $25. 2 players call, and I look down at ace 4 of hearts and make the call. 4 ways to a flop, which is 9-6 ace all off suit. Action checks all the way to the button, and he goes all in for $81. I probably got some kicker problems. I don't see how I'm ever good here. Just beating a bluff catcher really. I should probably fold. Yeah, that's what my gut and head is saying. So I make the call. The other 2 players fold, and we go to a run out. My opponent flips over, pocket 9s for a flop set, and I double him up. What? My pair of aces with no kicker didn't hold up? Didn't see that one coming. Definitely should have folded, but hey, I'm a nice guy, and I like to donate. A couple hands later, action gets raised to $7. I look down at queen deuce of hearts in the small blind, and I make the call along with 2 players, and we go 4 ways to a flop. The flop is a good one. 9-4-6 with 2 hearts, and I flop the flush draw. First action's on me, and I bet $2. Yup, love my blocker bet. And this forces action, and I kinda wanted to see where I'm at. Seat 7 raises it to $25. 1 player calls, and I call as well, and we go 3 ways to a turn. The turn is a 10 of clubs. This time, I check. Seat 7 bets out $40, and both of us make the call again. See you on the river. And the river is the 7 of hearts, now completing my flush. This time, I lead out for $100 because I don't want this checking through. Seat 7 folds, but seat 9 says, I know you got there, but I gotta pay you off. He calls for less, $30. I show my flush, and we're good, and we stack them. There's a $5 straddle on the button, and since everyone folds before me, I call blind for fun, and gotta give the straddle some action, right? The cutoff calls, and the button checks, and we go 3 ways to a flop. The flop is 4 king ace with 2 hearts, and I'm pretty sure I got pocket aces, so I lead out blind for $2. Both players call, and we go 3 ways to a turn. The turn is the 8 of diamonds, and I lead out again blind for $2. The cutoff snap raises me to $4. Uh-oh. The button calls, and with that size of a raise, shit, I gotta check my cards now. So I look down, and what do you know? I look down at 4 8 of spades, and turn to 2 pair. I didn't raise it to $27. Only the button calls, and we go heads up to a river. This is where things get a little interesting. I do a little table talk. Come on, heart. Please. As you can hear me begging for a heart. I even say please. A little reverse psychology here. The river is not a heart. It's the 8 of clubs breaking the heart flush draw on the flop and giving me a full house. First actions on me, and I Hollywood for about 30 seconds, making it seem like if I want to bluff at a bricked heart draw, and then I decide to overbet the pot, $125. I mean, the way I played it is pretty sus. I mean, I just limped in, and then my $2 bets. How can anyone put me on a strong hand? My opponent doesn't think too long about it before flicking in his chip and making the call. I quickly show my cards, and we take down this pot playing mostly blind. Sheesh, talk about luck right there. Alright, I look down at 9-10 offsuit undergun +1 and raise it to $10. 3 players call, and we go 4 ways to a flop. The flop is 3-8 ace all offsuit. Action checks all around, and the turn is the 7 of spades, now giving me an up and down straight draw. The big blind leads out for $10. I just make the call, but now looking back, I think the better play would be raising here. Heads up to a river, which is the ace of clubs. The big blind leads out again for $10. This just felt so weak. Maybe he has a pair of 8s or 7s. So I raise it to $55, just trying to represent trip aces and get any small pairs to fold. My opponent tanks for about a minute before making the call. I tell him he's good, and he shows pocket jacks and takes down the pot. Nice call, nice call. I definitely didn't put him on pocket jacks, since he just limped in my $10 raise pre-flop. But anyways, again, good call by him. I don't think I played this one right, as my story just didn't really add up, but I'll learn from this one. I'm in the big blind, and action gets raised to $15. I look down at ace-7 of hearts and make the call along with one other player, and we go 3 ways to a flop. The flop is 5-8-9 with 2 spades. Not bad. I need a 6 for a straight. First action's on me, and I check, and so does my opponent's. The turn is the 6 of diamonds, and I now hit my gutter ball for a straight. I check again because I felt like if I lead out here, it would look pretty strong. The middle position bets out $25. One player folds, and when action's back on me, I don't want to slow play this being out of position, so I raise it to $75, trying to target any 2 pairs, maybe even a set or a flush draw. My opponent doesn't think too long about it before going all in for $280. I snap call. The river is a 3 of spades, definitely a scare card if he was chasing his flush. I show my cards, and we're good, and we stack them. Last interesting hand of the night, and I straddle $5 under the gun. One player calls, and I look down at Jack King offsuit and raise it to $15. The cutoff mid clicks it to $30. I call, and we go heads up to a flop. The flop is ace-10 ace with 2 clubs, and I don't have any clubs in my hand. I do need a queen for a straight though. First action's on me, and I bet $25, just trying to represent ace and take down the pot. Nope. He calls, and the turn is a queen, now giving me a straight, but it does bring the front door flush. I check, and my opponent bets $50, And I make the call and we go heads up to a river. The river is a 3 of clubs. Now putting a 4-liner out there for a flush. I check again, and my opponent goes all in and has me covered. I pretty much snap fold, and my opponent shows Queen Deuce of Spades for a bluff. Damn, nice hand, a nice bluff. I like it. I just didn't see how I could call my whole stack here. I could be easily losing to a full house, or just got there on the river and lose to a deuce of clubs or something. But just like that, I rack up my chips and call it a night. Alright, just got done with the session. Roller coaster of a session and a lot of double board bomb pots. Just up and down, and you guys know how that goes. But I was in for the game for 400 and out for 560. So I'll take a W, you know. But thanks for watching and see you on the river.
Playing all my melody.